Hello, Aries, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so I'm a bit late, but this is going to be your mid-month reading, and we're going to backtrack a bit, okay? So this is going to be, I know it's the 25th today of September, but this is going to be from September 15th to October 15th, okay? So we'll backtrack a little, see what's going on, and hopefully it's good, all right? All right, so what is going on for the sign of Aries, past, present, and future? What is happening with the sign of Aries? Okay, guys, let's see what's happening here. Okay. Okay. So the energy that you guys have is the King of Pentacles in the reverse, which is truly interesting. So with you guys having this energy, there's a situation or a circumstance in your life. This could be with work, this could be with school, this could be, in a relationship. But there's something here that you're doing more out of obligation than out of passion. Okay, this is you showing up to work and saying, hey, I hate this job, but I love food and I love being able to pay my rent, so I'm going to show up. Or this could be you kind of stringing somebody along saying, I'm going to keep you here for now because I don't want to be alone, but this is not really something that I'm emotionally invested in. And whichever way this applies to you guys, you're doing it in order to release a burden that you may feel and to be able to build. So I think that is just something that we may have to go through, like school. We don't like showing up to school every day. We don't like waking up early. We don't like assignments, but we got to do it if we want to excel in life. So it could be that sort of situation, okay? Or some of you could have an earth sign in your life that is very important for you, and you guys might not be on the same page, okay? Maybe they're not as invested in whatever it is that you're trying to do with them than what they are, okay? So let's see how this plays out. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting all these strings coming out of my shirts. Okay. So the first card that you guys have for your past is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, there's something that you have put a lot of effort into. And now, in the past, you just decided it's not worth it. All right. You gave up on it. You let it go because you just didn't want the problems that came with it. You didn't want the tension that came with it. Okay, we have the Devil card in the reverse. So you removed yourself from a toxic situation by giving up on whatever that was. The cards are saying that it was the best that you could have done. That was good judgment there, okay? The next card you guys have for your past is the King of Cups in the reverse. So that could have been you guys taking on a promiscuous energy, or that could have been you dealing with the water sign who was being promiscuous or unreliable, or at the very least emotionally unstable. Okay, and this may have been a situation where that person felt lost, or where you felt lost, dealing with this person. All right, the Fool card in the reverse. So this is just a situation that you don't want to take any sort of risks with it anymore. You know that if it's something that you continued with, that it was going to cause problems. All right, so it's something that you didn't want to take, and the fact that you didn't take that risk, it did put you on the path to happiness. It did put you on the path to stability here with this Queen of Pentacles. So again, you could have an earth sign that's very, very significant for you. But by you not taking whatever this was, it was a good thing for you. It made you feel happy. It made you feel abundant. Okay? So again, with the Queen of Pentacles, she's stable. She's loving. She's kind. So it could be an earth energy you're dealing with. It could be you guys taking on that earth energy. But with the Page of Wands, I feel that this is a person or this could be a person that you choose not to fully take serious at that time, okay? And just to avoid conflict, all right? Maybe there's just a lot going on in your life, and you felt like even though this person could have been good towards you, and this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friend or somebody within work, but by you not going after this person, it was just you trying to avoid conflict in a sense. Okay, we do have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, so there's still that promiscuous energy around, but there's something that you guys are saying no to, regardless of how stable it may appear. Now, in your present moment, you guys have the the Nine of Swords, I'm sorry, in the reverse. So you're not losing sleep over this anymore. It may have been something toxic in the past that took your energy in the past, but you're not letting it take your energy at this current time. Okay? Knight of Swords in the reverse. So the fact that you're not stressed about this could really be pissing somebody off. Okay? With the Knight of Swords, this is just a very reckless energy, somebody who's not thinking before they do things, and this is somebody that can get themselves into a lot of trouble. Okay? With the Empress in the reverse, I feel that this is more you guys not allowing something to start. Again, you keep getting that earth energy. So specifically, it could be with the Taurus sign because the Empress does depict Taurus, but it could just be any earth energy. But, this is the goddess of fertility. So there's something that's holding you back from starting something new. And there could be a fallout here between two people that's happening, or a fallout within a job where it's like you kind of emotionally detach yourself from the situation and you choose to do what's best for you. And that's been the constant energy with Aries for the past few months. You guys cutting out anything that has been getting in the way of your own personal growth. So I see that you guys still have that mindset and you're still in a place where if something's not going to help you grow, you're not allowing it in your life. So I like that you guys have been very resilient with your own goals, despite anything that you might feel in reference to love or, just with dealing with other people on a day-to-day basis. But this is a chapter that you're ending. Okay, this is something that you're leaving in the past and you're just starting new. You're deciding that you want new in your life. You want to close out this chapter and you want to allow more in. So by closing this chapter, there may be somebody that has to get cut off. Okay, and this is going to make you happy. Cutting this person off is going to make you a lot more happier. There's just, maybe there's injustices involved here. Okay, but again, that King of Swords is popping up to say, this was not necessary. Let's cut this out. Okay. Now, the next card that you guys have for your present moment is the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is a sense of frustration, standing your ground when people are giving you a lot of shit. And somebody may be offering something or you may be offering something, but there's something that's not getting accepted. And for the most part, I feel that it's you guys who are getting this offer and you're not taking it and you're standing your ground, even though, it is causing a bit of frustration. Seven of Swords in the reverse. So there's a secret here that comes out that you just don't want to move forward. And it could be that this person you were dealing with was in fact talking to other people. Maybe this was a situation where you felt it in your gut, but you just had no proof. So now with this card, whoever's, talking to more than one person, or whoever's being unreliable or doing things without thinking, that is coming out. Now, moving forward, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're being very patient throughout all of this, okay? Page of Swords in the reverse. Again, you're being patient, you're being calm, and there's somebody that seems to be upset with you, and this is not your energy. So, it could be an air sign that some of you are dealing with, or maybe this is you guys taking on this energy. But I've seen you guys as trying to avoid conflict throughout all of this, so that's why I feel that it may be the other party. But the Page of Swords in the reverse is someone who is very direct, but someone who doesn't think about things before they say it. So they could come off very cruel, and they have a case of what's called verbal vomit, where they don't think about things and it just comes out, and they can literally regret it the second they say it, but it's too late, it's out. Okay, King of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, dealing with someone that may not have been as emotionally invested as you were in the situation. Okay, and guarding yourself against them. And it's like you're coming to the realization of what the situation truly was, and it may be something that makes you feel unbalanced within yourself. But I think that you guys are making the right choice by, leaving that behind, because it wasn't going to lead anywhere. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is, things not going the way that you may have expected them to go, but the universe knows what it's doing, and it's always going to guide us in the proper way. There's an injustice here, and someone here is just getting cut out. Okay, so there's that really tunnel vision. All right, so you guys, a lot of you, either you're dealing with earth or air signs, but I feel that a lot of you also could be taking on qualities of air signs right now. which is not a bad thing when there's something that you have to get rid of in your life, because air signs, that's their forte, getting rid of what's unnecessary for them. But there is something unexpected that does come out, okay? And this is generally a good thing, just something that's not expected, all right? And this is going to be something that helps you feel more stable and helps you build a foundation within yourself. All right, Five of Pentacles. You had to leave someone out in the cold. You had to reject a certain situation in order to find stability within yourself again. All right, Eight of Swords. Now, just realize that the Eight of Swords, this is something that we mentally impose on ourselves. This is just being trapped in your head, trapped in your thoughts. You know, in some cases, choosing not to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, there just could be a lot on your mind. So there's a need here to focus, regroup, and to rebuild yourself, rebuild that stability that you had, because, you know, there's just too much conflict around the situation. Now, there is a victory that is coming your way, guys, and a brand new start that's coming your way, where I do see you getting out of this limiting mindset that you may have been in. Because now, you know, with the High Priestess, you guys are completely aware and you're completely awake with your situation. So you know what to expect, all right? And you know that it's probably the best thing to listen to your gut, even if you don't necessarily have proof of certain things. Your gut is enough, okay? We have to get to the point that we trust ourselves enough to be able to walk away from something that we feel is bad, even if we don't have a solid reason why. If something just makes you uncomfortable, there's nothing more that needs to be asked. If it makes you uncomfortable, just let it go from your life, okay? So let me see what guidance is in for you guys for this month. As I do every month, I'm using the Earth Magic Oracle card by Stephen D. Farmer, okay? Let's see what advice there is for the sign of Aries from September 15th to October 15th. What is going on? Ooh. Okay. We'll take the first one that fell. Okay. I love this card so much. You guys have Shaman. Okay. So this is a lot about healing and restoring the energy that you have, but realizing that when bad things happen in our lives, or when anything is off balance, or when we feel like sick with the situation, it's because spiritually we're not in tune with ourselves. So, you know, the cards, and I'll read it from the book in a second, but what it really says is that you can't help or heal anybody if you're not spiritually in tune. And all the illnesses that we go through, any bad situation we go through, it's usually because someone's soul wasn't as strong as what it could have been. So it's saying that when there's a bad situation, you have to go within to heal. This is not something that you can find from someone else. It's something that is within all of us, okay? Now I'm just going to read the part that gives you guys your message, because I feel like I've pulled this card many times before, okay? Okay, here we go. All illnesses, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, stem from an illness of spirit. It may be due to soul loss, psychic intrusions, ancestral karma, or any other spiritual causes that could be contributing to the manifest condition for which you seek help. Whatever other methods or remedies you pursue, whether allopathic, alternative, or a combination, let the healing of your spirit be your priority. Know that the deepest spiritual wound is the illusion of being separate from Source, God, Great Spirit, or whatever name you give the Creator. It is the trick of the mind that creates the sense of separation. This is a time for deep healing, starting with your relationship with Spirit. Call upon your spirit guides and ancestors to help you with any emotional, mental, or physical healing that you need. Call upon the Creator to assist in mending any rift in your relationship with Spirit. Choose thoughts that support wholeness and well-being. Allow any darker thoughts or shadows to appear as well, but simply observe them as they arise in consciousness, then dissolve. See yourself as healed, whole and complete, and it shall be. Okay? So this is definitely a time that you guys have to really go within yourselves to find this healing. You know, get back to things that you haven't done in a while. What is it that truly makes you you? You know, think about when you were happiest in your life. What was different? What were you doing? Okay, a lot of times we kind of lose ourselves on what's going on with the outside world and just the pressures that we have from the outside world. You know, we have certain expectations in reference to relationships. We have certain expectations from our family, and it all can become so burdensome that at the end of the day, it's like, shit, I forgot who I was throughout all of this. So right now, I think it's a time, and you guys, you know, have had this pattern where it's time to step back in a sense and remember, or try to remember, who am I as a person? What makes me happy? It doesn't matter who else feels a certain way towards you, or if people like what you do or don't do. As long as you're not doing anything illegal or you're not bringing harm to anyone, it's your prerogative to live your life your way. And I know that we get pressured from a lot of people to live a certain way. You know, with me specifically, that was with family. There's a lot I didn't do because I had a certain standard, but I was so unhappy following that standard, okay? So you have to be able to live the life that you want, because your parents' only purpose was to kind of raise you, and, you know, your mom's purpose was to push you out. But at that point, once we become adults, you know, we have to take our own path, and you have to realize this is my only life, you know, or this is the life that I'm living within the soul, for those of you that believe in multiple lives like I do. But, you know, this is all you guys, all right? You can follow the crowd and be unhappy, or you could kind of separate and say, holy shit, like, you know, this is serious. If I don't do what I love, I'm going to be unhappy. And I think that it's important that we get back to the core of what makes us happy. Meditation is very, very good, especially deep healing meditations. There's a lot here on YouTube, so I'm not going to post any links because I have done that in the past. But look up YouTube's or YouTube guided meditations. There's one that really, really has helped me, and there's a few of them, so you guys can do whichever one feels more comfortable for you. But there was one, and it's meant to heal and restore you, and it's like you kind of meet your past self, you meet your younger self, and it is just so powerful. Because imagine you had half an hour to talk to younger you. I get emotional thinking about it. Are they proud? Have you let them down? Have you done what you wanted to do? The dreams that you had of changing the world, of helping people, are you still on that path? Have a conversation with them. I get emotional, guys, because it's such a powerful thing. Get yourself back on the path. Regress and have a conversation with yourself. What was it that you always wanted to do? Are you still on that path? Now, it doesn't have to be the same profession, but I know that most likely you guys will want to do the same thing. So if you wanted to change the world, maybe it wasn't through becoming a nurse, but maybe you can do it through, you know, telling people your experiences and, you know, writing a book about your experience. There's so many different ways we can do the same thing that we wanted to. And as children, we are just at our purest forms. So it sometimes does us so much good to regress back to that and think, what was it that I wanted? And have I lost sight of that? And get back to who you are and the core of who you are. Okay, Aries? I love you guys so much, and I'm wishing you the best with this situation. If you guys do want your own personal reading, I'll leave everything in the description. But I wish you guys the best with this, and I'll be back in a few days with your October readings, okay? Take care, guys.